All right. Good morning, guys. So before we start today's session, so let us discuss about the current openings for just couple of minutes. So this is 96. Yeah. Before that, so 97 hours of training is completed till now. 97 hours. Okay. So and coming to openings, I had shared some openings on my Insta page. So did you? I believe I think you already saw that. Otherwise, check those openings. There are some openings that I have posted. On my Insta page today. Uh, Today or yesterday. Okay. So yesterday I had posted one opening in Global Logic. Not one opening. There are multiple openings. It seems at Global Logic. So they have multiple clients basically. Okay. So this is for 2 to 3 years of experience, and main requirement is performance testing with JMeter, right? And basic Java coding is also primary. It seems primary skill. Basic Java coding. Maximum they will ask is if they ask any interview or any interviewer or any company, if they're asking coding, right? They will ask you, can you write a program to swap two numbers? That is a common question that is asked in the performance testing the interviews. Not only performance testing, even if it is manual or automation or security testing, if they're asking any coding, maximum they will ask is, they will not ask you complex programs, but maximum to max they will ask is, can you write a program to swap two numbers? Okay. So please explore this. Please explore this. What are the different ways to swap two numbers? So can you write a program, right? So and moreover, they will give you an option also, guys. They will give you an option. You can use Java, or you can use any programming language of your choice. Java, Python, or C++ or C Sharp, etc. Right? So they will leave the language option to you. But max to max, they will ask is, can you write a program to swap two numbers? Okay. And it will be hardly 4 to 5 lines of code, right? So అవి కూడా ఇప్పుడు అడగట్లేదు because we have ChatGPT and all, we know, which will give you directly the code, right? Or Google. You can Google search and write that code also. But some companies, if you see this kind of openings, right, they're asking basic Java coding, right? So ఇలా మెన్షన్ చేసినప్పుడు only when they mention like this, they may ask you some write some small programs. Clear, guys? So now those who can write the program, well and good. But for those who can't write any program, those who are from non-computers background, or those who are not interested in coding, those who can't write the program, right? How can you deal with that question? Suppose if you don't know, or if you lost touch with coding, if in the interview if they ask this question, what will you do, guys? Mahesh or Narendra or Sekhar or anyone? How many of you can write a program for this swapping two numbers, first of all?
Using temporary variable, I can write, sir.
There are two ways for that. Yes, there are two ways. One way is by using a temp variable. Okay. One way is by using a temporary variable. Other way, there is, without using temporary variable also, you can write it.
Yes, using subtraction or addition.
Right. So without, without using temporary variable also, you can write. You can create a program, or you can do that. You can do that manually also without using a temp variable also. You can do that. Please explore that. Please explore that. Google search or ask ChatGPT, right? So and explore that, understand that yourself. Try to remember this. So now suppose if you don't know, or if you don't understand, Java code or Python code or C++, or if you don't know coding, then what will you do? You can handle this in a smart way. How can you do that? Is anyone? And can anyone tell that, or I should explain it? You can simply explain the logic. You can simply explain the logic. Suppose if you are not in touch with Java coding, or that code structures and all, if you lost touch with coding, you can just explain the logic. You can just explain the logic, or you can explain pseudocode. You can write it with the help of a pseudocode. PSCUDO, pseudocode. That is not an actual code, but that that we use pseudocode to explain the logic. Clear, guys? It means what is the meaning of the, suppose A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20. Okay, these are the A values. These are the values of A and B. Now we want to write a program to swap these values. We want to write a program to swap these values. Means A value should become 20 and B value should become 10. That is called swapping, right? I hope you know that what is meant by swapping before itself, before I explain. Yes or no?
Yes.
Tejasvi, are you writing a program, Tejasvi?
Yes, Pawan. Yes, Pawan.
Are you writing a program?
I'm not having, touch with the C or Java, but it's a COBOL. I know COBOL, JCL, VSAM.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. So if you don't, but the interviewer may not be knowing COBOL, right? So in that case, like you can explain simply. You can explain the logic to them. Understood, guys? Understood or no? After executing the program, A value should become 20 and B value should become 10 if you write a program. But even if you don't write, if you can't write a program, you can simply explain the logic. How can you do that? Right? Can you do that? Can you try it? Can you try it using a temporary variable and without using a temporary variable? First use that, try to do that with a temporary variable. That will be easy. Right? Okay, I will refine it further. So int A is equal to 10 and int B is equal to 20, let's say. Int B is equal to 20, right? And now can you write a program by using a temporary variable to swap these numbers? Or if you can't write a program, to explain the logic at least. You want me to give control? Or do you want to, anyone want to share your screen and explain that? Gopi, Narendra? Anyone? Sekhar, Tejasvi? Can you explain the logic, like how to swap two numbers using a temp variable? If you don't know, Google search, do a Google search, guys. Guys, you don't want to spend time on this? Okay, I'll go to the JMeter concepts. Okay, if you are not interested, I can't help you. So the next concept that I want to take up is, shall we start custom coding? Or before that, like JMeter properties that is done already. I'll remove this one. BlazeMeter SAS, it is already mentioned here. Where is it? No, BlazeMeter converter. Did we discuss this BlazeMeter converter? How to create a file from DevTools? How to create a JMeter script from DevTools? Is that discussed?
No, Pawan.
Okay,
No.
let us discuss that then. Okay, let us discuss it then. Okay, so where does this come into picture is, suppose if you are unable to record a script with the tool, whether it is JMeter or LoadRunner, it doesn't matter. Sometimes what happens is, so you will not be able to, I'll separate this discussion. So sometimes what happens is you may not be able to record a script with JMeter or with your tool, performance testing tool. One of the important interview question. Suppose we are unable to record a script with the tool, with the PT tool like JMeter or LoadRunner. JMeter or LoadRunner. What would be your approach? This is one of the interview FAQ. What would be your approach? Or what is the workaround? Okay. What is the workaround? What is meant by workaround? Workaround means nothing but alternate solution. Okay. Workaround is nothing but alternate solution. Suppose, see, when does that happen again? So I'll tell you some examples. When I was working for SAP Labs, right? So we got a project called, Sales Cloud Analytics. Okay. When I was working for SAP Labs, we got, I was working as an individual contributor there. Okay. And at that time, so I got I am supposed to I am supposed to start scripting on a one of their SAP applications. Okay, one SAP web application. Basically, it is a SAP web application. SAP web application means it is a product developed by SAP, but it is a web-based one, browser-based one. Okay, so SAP applications are multiple types. You have SAP web, SAP GUI, etc. Okay, I'll explain that. Just give me a moment. Let me plug in the charger. Just give me a moment. I see. I got an answer from Mahesh, or I got the logic from Mahesh to swap two numbers. Okay. So yeah. Oh, let me go back to this. Yeah. So when I was working for see, there is a reason why I'm explaining this, guys. This is a common interview question, very common FAQ, we can say, right? We can say that this is a frequently asked question in the interviews, right? So that is why I'm giving the context. You can also explain this in the interview. You can use it. Even though you did not work for SAP, you can use it. Okay. So there is a SAP web application that I'm supposed to do scripting and do testing and performance testing. Okay. And when I try to record, this is long before those who joined LoadRunner, right? So you can use this as an example. And those who are keeping experience, those who want to keep experience, you can use this as an example. Okay. So when I tried to record a script with LoadRunner. And I am manually navigate through the application. I am able to manually navigate through the application without any issues. I was able to manually navigate through the application without any issues. Means from a browser, I was able to access, what we need to do is we need to log into the application and create a report and then log out. So I was manually able to navigate through the application, right? Manually navigate through the application without any issues, right? But when I was trying to record a script with LoadRunner or JMeter, you can tell any tool for that matter, but a scenario changes with LoadRunner or JMeter. So this is for when I'm trying to record a script with the tool and okay, with the tool, right? So that you will not have any issues. When I was trying to record a script with the tool, I was unable to record it. So in my case, it was LoadRunner tool. I was trying to record a script with LoadRunner, but what was happening is, the moment I start recording, I can go to home page. I was able to record home page, but once I enter credentials and hit submit button, right, login button, it is I am unable to make any progress. And login avatledu, browser lo login avatledu. LoadRunner tool was unable to record anything. It was unable to record anything. Clear, guys? Yes. Beyond home page, I was unable to record beyond home page. Means I was able to record the home page, but once I enter credentials and once I click login and once I enter the credentials, right, so nothing is getting recorded, or the action is not happening. I was unable to but manually it is working fine. Manually there is no issue. But when I'm trying to record, only when I'm trying to record with LoadRunner at that time, so I was unable to log in. Now this example will be helpful for those who joined both LoadRunner and JMeter. Did I explain that in LoadRunner batch? If I had already explained, I'll skip LoadRunner part. Did I explain that in LoadRunner batch case? Oh, okay, okay. You did not attend my LoadRunner batch, right? Mahesh and Sekhar.
Yes.
Yes.
మరి అదే చెప్పండి బాబు. Open your mouth and speak out. Are you with us, Sekhar?
Yes, sir.
You can tell the same thing, right? We did not attend, you had attended Shamsar batch for LoadRunner, right?
Yep, few people are joining your class also, sir. I'm thinking about that people you're asking.
Who joined my LoadRunner batch?
Balakrishna.
I
Bro.
am joined, but we did not discuss this one.
We didn't discuss this. Okay. So, like now, I was unable to record beyond the home page, right? Now, the reason is, this is particularly with LoadRunner tool, guys, at that time. Okay. Because we have LoadRunner, SAP Labs was having LoadRunner license. So, first I tried with LoadRunner tool only, but I was unable to record beyond the home page. Means what is happening? What is the issue that I am facing? Once I enter credentials, right? Once I enter the credentials and click login, and click login, nothing is happening in the browser. And I'm not getting response from the server. Nothing is happening in the browser. And tool is also not recording anything, obviously, because if nothing is happening in the browser, tool can't record. If your request is going to server and response is coming, then it will record something. At least if your request is going to the server, it will record the request. But nothing is happening in the browser. Okay. And now, in that case, you can look into the code generation log. You can look into the code generation log or recording log in LoadRunner, right? In LoadRunner, you have 5 different types of logs. What are those? What are the different logs in LoadRunner? Mahesh and Sekhar?
Replay log.
Yes.
Code generation and the replay log.
One is code generation log,
Replay log.
recording log. There will be recording log also, right?
Yes.
Then tell replay log.
Replay
Follow
log.
some order. Replay log, first recording log, code generation log. Actually, recording log should come first here in the order. Okay. And yeah. So recording log, code generation log, replay log. Next.
Compilation.
Compilation.
Compilation log. Very good. You are good in LoadRunner, all of you, right? Are you attending any interviews then? Sekhar and Mahesh?
No, sir.
Why?
No, sir. I got 2 calls, but they are asking PF, sir. So I'm waiting for my company, sir. Just 2 days back, I spoke with my previous company.
One second, yes. Hello. So I had attended one interview in Global Logic 2 years before. They will conduct aptitude test. First round will be aptitude test. But I'm not sure whether they are following the same approach now also. Because, I had attended Global Logic interview 2 years before. Okay. So they will conduct first round will be aptitude test. For those who cleared aptitude test, for them only they will schedule interviews. Okay. So just for your information. All right. And now, so yeah. So now coming back to this, if you are having some recording issues, like in LoadRunner, for example, where do you check that? Tejasvi, did you take LoadRunner training also or only JMeter?
No, JMeter only.
Okay. Yeah. So if you are facing some recording issues, where do you check that? You need to check in the recording log. First, you need to check the recording log in LoadRunner. Ade JMeter, if it is JMeter, if the tool is JMeter tool, and if you are facing some recording issues, where will you check that?
Log 4.
Yes, you are correct. JMeter.log, right? So JMeter also will have a log file, right? This one, JMeter.log. You can check that in the JMeter log. Like if you see the error message, that will give a clue or that will help you understand what is causing the recording issue. Understood, guys? So, and now, when I checked in LoadRunner, right? So I saw something about the algorithm. I saw something about the encryption algorithm of the application. Okay. Then LoadRunner tool LoadRunner, or if the tool is licensed tool like LoadRunner or NeoLoad, you can raise a support ticket. You can raise a
Pavan,
support
you
ticket,
resumed the recording or no?
Yeah, recording is in progress.
Okay.
You can raise a support ticket, but in case of LoadRunner, if you want to raise a support ticket, you need some SAID, support agreement identifier. Okay. SAID stands for support agreement identifier. How do we get this is when your company purchases a LoadRunner license or tool license, right? Then you will get a support agreement identifier. We need that SAID to raise a support ticket. Okay. So I got the SAID number from my manager and I raised a support ticket for recording issue. So then I tried, JMeter now. I kept LoadRunner aside because, support team will take some time to get back to us. So then I tried to record the script with JMeter. Now with JMeter, I was able to record the script successfully. With JMeter, script recording is successful. Wonderful, right? With LoadRunner, I am even unable to record the script. But with JMeter, script recording is successful. I had done the script enhancements. I had done all the script correlations and parameterizations, right? And when I am revalidating the script with multiple users, validating script with, once I made the script work for one user, then we need to validate the script with multiple users, right? Multiple users and multiple. What are the
Iterations.
steps in the JMeter script enhancement?
Avoiding the unwanted URLs, response assertions,
Add response assertions, right?
then check with the one user, parameterization correlation, check with the one user and multiple users and multiple iterations.
Right. So when I'm checking for multiple users and multiple iterations, I had kept, iterations as 10. Okay. I kept loop count as 10 here. And I started, I am verifying the script for 10 iterations. Now, to my surprise, what happened is script was failing intermittently. Script was failing intermittently. Okay. So script intermittently means, what is the meaning of intermittent? Not consistent. Sometimes it is passing, sometimes it is failing. Means what is not consistent? Sometimes it was passing, sometimes it was failing. Right. So now then, of course, I found out that issue. What is the issue? I'll explain it later. But in such case, if you are unable to record a script first of all, if you can't record a script, right? So you can, you have to think about some workarounds. You have some workarounds. Okay. You have some workarounds. If it is LoadRunner, you can use Fiddler tool, right? You can use Fiddler tool if it is LoadRunner. And once you record the script with Fiddler, right? Did we discuss Fiddler?
No.
Okay. Okay. Google search for Fiddler and install the tool. Google search for Fiddler Classic. Download Fiddler Classic. Even it can be used with JMeter also, I'll tell you. Okay. So first, Google search for download Fiddler Classic for Windows. Classic for Windows. Okay. And go to the first link, telerik.com, and try for free and fill this form. How do you plan to use Fiddler Classic? Say personal use here. Use personal use here and then email ID. Enter your email ID here and then enter your country here and download. Click on download for Windows. I am already having Fiddler. I won't download it. But can one of you please share your screen other than Krishna, because Krishna 4K screen. I don't, anyone else, can you please share your screen? And remember to keep this Fiddler tool also in your CV. That should be there in your CV, everyone's CV.
Mine's also
Anyone?
4K.
Huh?
Mine's also 4K.
Oh, Mahesh, your screen also 4K screen. Okay. Others, Gopinath or Narendra or Sai Tarun, Sekhar.
సార్ మొబైల్లో జాయిన్ అయ్యా సార్.
Okay.
Same,
Anyone
sir.
else?
Here.
Okay.
నాకు కూడా పవర్ లేదు
So
సార్
then
మొబైల్ లో.
you download it. You download and install it. So I'll cover. I'll directly go to Fiddler tool. I'll launch.
Can I share?
Yeah, please share.
Install.
Loading. It's loading. Okay. Now we can see. Yes. So now yeah. Click on install. Yes. Proceed and click on install. This is a free tool. Fiddler Classic is a free tool, open source tool. Okay. Now once you are done with the installation, now like in the search box, like it is already opened. See there, and the taskbar you have that Fiddler logo, right? Yes. Click on close here. It is completed. Installation is completed. Click close and go to Windows search box and type Fiddler there. Type Fiddler. Now launch the tool. Run as administrator or open. Okay, wait. What is it saying? Read it. Read it once.
Windows uses an isolation technology called app container that may interfere with the traffic capture from the impressive applications and the edge browser. So use Windows configuration button in progress to the Classics toolbar and enable the traffic capture. Would you like to learn more?
Disable this warning, click cancel. Would you like to? Yeah, you can click yes or you can click cancel. Okay. Click yes and it will open some tab and it will open a browser and it will take you to that documentation. Right? So click cancel. You can click cancel here. Okay. Now go to tools in the menu bar. Go to tools in the menu bar. WinINet options. I'm sorry. Not WinINet. Go to options. Tools options. Tools options. Yeah. So go to HTTPS tab and select the decrypt HTTPS traffic. Okay. And say yes here. Trust the Fiddler Classic root certificate. Say yes. And you want to install this certificate. Say yes. Okay. Again, click yes. Please confirm that you want to add something. It is asking something. So click yes. Okay. Now it added, Tejasvi, when you get some message, read it once. Read and try to understand it. If you get some window. Okay. Click OK there. Right now, Fiddler setup is completed now. So now observe here. It is recording some things, right? Observe here. It is recording some things. See, it is continuously recording, isn't it? What is it recording? Observe there. Localhost 50,000 and something like and it is recording some into the file streaming service, etc. Right? If you want to clear all those, under view there is a into button, right? You need to click on that into button if you want to clear the previous ones. Okay. Now let's say you want to record as click on that into button. Right. Now if you want to record anything in using Fiddler, right? You have a Internet Explorer logo here, right? Click on the drop down. Beside that it is actually a drop down. Click on the drop down and select your any browser, Chrome or whatever browser you like. Okay. So wait, Ma, read it. You are about to
not clicking any.
you are about to open Chrome e.exe, which can't be verified by Fiddler Classic. This may pose potential risk. You are fully responsible for using Fiddler Classic with this browser. Yeah, click allow. Always allow. You can use always allow. So that it won't ask every time. Okay. Now if you navigate through the application, type in the URL, type some advantageonlineshopping.com or any other URL, Amazon.in or something else.
Pawan, can you try Asamara?
Try Asmara. Yeah. Tejaswini, try to record asmara.com. No, not double A, it's single A. AZA-MARA. AZA After Z, there is one more A. A, Z, A. M-A-R-A. Hit enter. Continue to the site.
Yes, I'm clicking.
Now it's loading. It is loading. You see the title, page title.
Yes,
It is loading.
yes.
Okay. Now go to your Fiddler now. Go to your Fiddler. And do you see that Asmara URL in the Fiddler? Check it out once. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Are you seeing Asmara URL anywhere or no? Do you have LoadRunner by the way on this
Asmara,
system?
www.asmara.
There it is, right? So it has
Yeah.
recorded, your Fiddler has captured the traffic, right? It has captured the request and response, basically. Okay. So, and see, on the bottom left, right, you see some capturing on it, means recording is in progress.
Yes.
Okay. If you click on that, recording will be stopped. If you click on capturing, recording will be stopped. Click on it once. Yeah.
Yes.
Now you can see recording is stopped, right? Now, once you record the script, once you record your traffic like this, go to file.
Good.
I'll tell you how to save it. Okay, go to file and save, go to save option and then all sessions. Okay, what is it saying? Session archive files may contain passwords. Yeah, click OK. Now your, all the traffic will be recorded as a SHD file. And you will have extension as SHD. Give some name to that. Asmara new. Give some name there. Yeah, selected desktop. Okay. Asmara recording with Fiddler. Save it as Asmara recording with Fiddler. Okay. Now, where is that file? Where is that SSZ file? Where is that file saved?
Desktop.
You had saved it on desktop, right? But we are not
Yes,
seeing that.
yes.
Where is that? OneDrive desktop. Okay. You had saved it on OneDrive desktop. Okay. And observe there, the file extension is .shz. Okay. Now what you can do is, you don't have, seems like you don't have LoadRunner on your system, isn't it? So
Yes,
can you
yes.
share that SSZ file to Gajendra? Gajendra, do you have LoadRunner on your system? Or anyone else? Sekhar?
I joined
Good
phone.
night.
Madam, I am in office, so I can't able to do.
Okay. So once you save the SHD file, right, you can right click and you will have a create views and script option. If you have LoadRunner on your system, you'll have that option. Okay. Right click once. I think here you will not have because you don't have LoadRunner, right? You will not have. Yes, that is expected, obviously. Right. But if you have LoadRunner on your system, you will have an option called open with Vusion. Okay, then you can directly select that option and a LoadRunner script will be created from that session archive file. Okay, from that session archive file. So now coming to JMeter, what are the workarounds available for JMeter? For LoadRunner, you can use Fiddler and you can record a script. You can generate a script. Can you do one thing? Can you save that SHD? Can you share that SHD file to me, Tejasvi? Can you email that SHD file to me? I will show you that how to create a LoadRunner script.
Okay, problem. Mail ID?
Yeah, you can share it. Perftest.kb. There is a typo there. Check that. PREF and H. Perftest. PERF.
Yep.
PERF. Not PREF. It is PERF. It is PERF. dot kp at gmail.com. Yeah, did not receive it yet. 1 second, let me refresh my inbox. Oh yeah, now I got it. Right. So now guys, before that there is one more opening in Tech Arc. This is for 5 to 11, 4 to 8 years, 4 to 8 years experience, and this is for LoadRunner, performance testing with LoadRunner. Okay. So yeah. Now let me go back to your script that you shared or recording that you shared. I'll save the SHZ file. Let me download the SHZ file. And once you download the SHZ, once you have the SHZ file, right? Just right click on that SHZ file. And if you right click on the SHZ file, and if you have LoadRunner option, right, it will show you open with any. Do you see that here? It is showing you that option to open with region, isn't it? If you have LoadRunner installed on your machine, it will automatically show that. Now, if you select that, SHZ, that VUGen, right, the script will be opened in LoadRunner, right? So Fiddler, from Fiddler to LoadRunner script conversion is this much easy. You understood, guys? When you right click, right, you have an option, direct option. Understood or no? See, now what is it seeing? What is it doing? It is loading the script now. Now it is applying, analyzing the traffic file, means SHZ file, that SHZ file, and then it will create a LoadRunner script.
Header to JMeter చేయలేమా సార్?
Huh?
Header to JMeter.
What is that? Now it is generating the script, right? Did you see that? Generating user script. Now your script is ready. You see that, Asmara URL here, isn't it? So you can see that Asmara URL over here, isn't it? And you can go to recording report and filter out the unwanted resources, right? This is the beauty of JMeter. So in LoadRunner, you have to avoid those or filter out those requests. But in LoadRunner, you can go to your recording report and unselect the unwanted URLs, all the unwanted URLs, right? And then you simply click on regenerate. Then like otherwise previously see how many lines are there. So there are around 600 lines, isn't it? Now once you go to recording report and once you unselect the unwanted URLs, right? So unselect all the third-party URLs like this. HS forms, GOV2, Google syndication. Remove all these and accept, keep only that asmara.com URL. Remove all the Facebook and all those Bing and all those URLs. A.run.app. And this is Amazon AD systems. You can remove it, right? And now click on regenerate. You will have a clean and neat script with only Asmara URLs. Right? So generating, recording a script Fiddler is a breeze like this, or it is a, you can do it seamlessly without any issues. Now coming to JMeter, suppose your tool is JMeter, then what will you do? Then what you need to do is you have an option to create a script from developer tools itself. Okay, let me close this once this is loaded. Previously, how many lines are there? You remember there are 600 lines, isn't it? But now you have 240 lines approximately because after filtering those unwanted URLs, and you have that clean script now, right? So converting script or creating a script from Fiddler is as simple as this. Now coming to JMeter, suppose if your project requirement is JMeter, you don't want LoadRunner, right? Then what will you do? Then what will you do is, you can access the same application from a browser and you can use developer tools, right? You can use developer tools. Let me show you that. I'm taking a private browser and control, I'll launch the developer tools. What is the shortcut for that? F12 is the shortcut for the developer tools, isn't it? Now type your, enter whatever application you want to record, right? Go to that application. Okay. But please remember that before trying this, you need to select preserve log. This option should be selected in developer tools. Please remember this. Otherwise, what happens is, if there are too many requests, right? Your developer tools will override the previous request. If there are too many requests, 200 plus 300 plus requests unnappudu, it will override the initial request. The main request, you'll be losing the main URLs if you don't select this preserve log. So you need to select the preserve log option. And now once you record it, now it recorded, right? It recorded, and now what you do is, here you have an option called this one, export, right? Export Har. Okay. You have an option called export Har. Click on export Har and give some name, asmara.com JMeter and okay, .har, and give some name, and you have a Har file that will get saved on your system as a Har file. What is a Har file? Har file, developer tools will create Har file, and Har stands for HTTP archive. Har file means HTTP archive. Now, now how to get JMeter script from this is, you go to BlazeMeter converter. There is a BlazeMeter proprietary tool, okay, for converting script from Har file to JMX. So go to BlazeMeter, go and search for BlazeMeter converter. BlazeMeter converter, and go to that converter.blazemeter.com and upload the file, upload that Har file to BlazeMeter. Where is our Har file? Here it is, right? So upload that Har file and click on convert. Now BlazeMeter is converting your script from Har file to JMeter script. Or it will, it will show you an option to download the JMX file. Please wait for a moment. It is processing and converting. Okay. Now you see there is an option to download the JMX file now. Click on the download JMX and let me open that JMX file in, JMeter. Okay. This done. It is downloaded to downloads folder. Now what next? What is the next thing? So, go to downloads folder and you should have that, asmara.com jmeter.jmx, which was downloaded just now. 8/6 at 12:37. The time, it was downloaded is 12:37. Now what you do is simply drag and drop this script like this into JMeter. There are touched items that have, do you wish to save? Say yes. Okay. Now you can see that, let the script be opened. Yeah, this is Asmara script. Now, if you expand it, you can see all your requests, right? Do you see that, guys?
Yes, sir.
So this is the workaround for JMeter tool. If you are unable to record a script with JMeter, this you can use this developer tools as a workaround or alternate solution. Okay. This is how you create a JMeter script as a, if the tool is unable to record the script, right? So this is the alternate solution to record a script. What did we do here? We used developer tools and captured the traffic. And we had uploaded that traffic file to BlazeMeter website, BlazeMeter converter website. And that has converted that to that, JMX file. Clear, guys? And you can open JMX file in Notepad or any editor, by the way. You can open you can open this JMeter tool in any browser like this. All right. Or, or else simply do what you do is, but, yeah, you can open that script in JMeter. Did I show that, guys? That is done, right? What happened to my JMeter? It got closed, I think.
It is closed. Huh? Closed.
Yeah. But, is that clear, guys? So you will use this approach as a workaround. And this is one way, like, but most of the time nowadays, JMeter tool is much matured. Previously, we used to have these issues like recording issues and all. But, after 5 version, I did not face issue anytime. After 5.3 version, I did not face any recording issues at least. Okay. Now coming back to this, scripting challenges, right? Like I told that in JMeter, and so I was able to record a script, and like when I am trying, did all the correlations and parameterizations, and but when I am replaying the script, it is passing sometimes and it is failing sometimes. And whenever it fails, right, it is talking something about cookies. In the error message, in the response page, I am seeing some cookies issue. Okay. And then, what I did is like one second. Lot of drama went at that time. And I had checked with most of my friends who are working in LoadRunner, who are having JMeter experience for more than 5 years and who are working as an architects, right? But unfortunately, like I couldn't get any, help from them. And then, like we spend almost, 4 to 5 days, 4 to 5 business days, right? We were blocked with the same issue for 4 to 5 business days. And finally, what we found is like, meanwhile, LoadRunner batch guys came and they updated, saying that we are unable to record the script because it is a, because the application, encryption application is using some encryption algorithm, the latest encryption algorithm, which was not supported by LoadRunner, it seems. Okay. At that time, I am using 2000, LoadRunner 12 actually, LoadRunner 12. So that particular version that I am using is not supporting that, was not supporting that, protocol version, it seems. Clear, guys?
Yes.
Right? Then what we did is, meanwhile, like what, see, second, guys. When the script was failing intermittently, it is showing some error message whenever it is failing. Whenever it's failing, see, basically, if I run for 10 iterations, 7 to 8 iterations are passing and 2 iterations are failing. You understood? 1 or 2 iterations are failing. Next time, if I run it, 6 to 7 iterations are passing, 3 to 4 iterations were failing. Understood, guys? So that is what intermittent means. Okay. That is what intermittent. It is not passing every time or it is not failing every time. Now, what can be the issue, guys? What can be the reason? Can it be a correlation issue? Or can it be an issue with parameterization or response assertion?
No, if there is issue, it won't be success. Sometimes
Right.
it is success, no?
Right. So if it is a script issue, you should not pass at all. But 70% times or 70%, 70 to 80% is, we are having passed, passed iterations, and 2 to 3 iterations were failing. Okay. Now, now then what we did is like, what I did is I was the only resource, and I had checked with some of my friends, but I could not get any help from them. Who are working as architects at that time in 20. This is in 2020, guys. 2020 or 2019, just before pandemic, just before this, COVID pandemic. Okay. Now then, but they escaped. They said that like, like no, we didn't face this issue. But I can't escape this, right? I can't escape that. Like then what I did is I had opened, like whenever the script is failing, it is showing something about the cookies I told you, right? So I had, I went to the script and, like, 1 second, where is your batch folder?
March 25.
Yeah. Let me show you. I want to open the script once. Recording. Yeah. So basically what is happening is like, see, whenever the script is passing, you'll see all green in that iteration. But the flow is something like that. We need to log into the application and create a report. We need to select some metrics and we need to create a report. So basically that is a sales cloud application or sales analytics application. sales analytic application, which is used by, it is a product developed by SAP, and it is a sales analytics application, which is used by dealers, and to see like how much dealer is doing, how much business, and how much incentive we need to pay, the company need to pay for them, for those dealers and all, right? So that is the functionality of the application. So whenever script is passing, I am able to see that report in the application. Whenever script is passing, right, I'm able to see the report in the application. But whenever it is failing, like the report is not, obviously the report will not be visible. There is no report that is getting generated for that login, right? So that is how I checked. Now, like now, is it a correlation issue, or is it a script issue? It can't be a script issue, because it is passing 70 to 80% of the times it is passing, but failing only 10 to 20% of the times failing, right? Then it is not a script issue, right? Of course, my manager argued that it is a script issue. It can be a script issue. Can you recheck the correlations and all? But I said like no, it can't be a script issue, because it is passing, and sometimes it is passing. Majority of the times it is passing, and we are able to receive the report also in the application. But it is only failing sometimes, and whenever it is failing, right, in the view results tree, whenever it is failing, I am seeing, if I go to the failed transaction, it is showing something about cookies. It is showing something about cookies. Okay. Then what I did is I went to the cookie manager, and like here you have only one option. One thing is this you need to select for sure. Clear cookies each iteration should be selected for sure. And another option is, you have a drop down here, observe here. And this is called as cookie policy. This is called as cookie policy. By default, standard is the cookie policy. By default, cookie policy is called as standard. Now what I did is I tried with standard sheet and replayed the script. No luck. All the, again I am facing that issue. And then I tried ignore cookies, because the error message is talking something about the cookies. And I did a lot of Google search. I could not find any issue at that time. Actually, JMeter people started using JMeter, most of the projects, most of the companies started using JMeter only during pandemic time. So before that, like LoadRunner and NeoLoad are the popular. LoadRunner is the most popular tool at that time. JMeter doesn't have much market share, but only because of during the pandemic only, most of the companies went to cost cutting mode, and they started, even clients who are using LoadRunner and other licensed tools, they migrated to JMeter during pandemic time, because they need to cut down the costs, right? So JMeter has become popular from the last, I mean, JMeter gained more market share only from the last 5 years. That is what I want to say. In the last 5 years, after COVID only, after pandemic only, most of the companies who are using licensed tools, they stopped, using licensed tools, and they migrated their shifts to, they migrated their scripts to open source tools like JMeter. Okay. Okay. That is a different story. Now, now I tried with ignore cookies, and that also did not work. Meanwhile, our LoadRunner support team came again, and they updated. What they updated is, they they conducted couple of meetings with us. Support team, they cannot, if they want to find something, or debug something, right, they need the server logs. They need the recording logs and server logs, right? So they captured the logs, and they analyzed those logs, and they told that they confirmed that the application is using some encryption algorithm. I told you, right, in the recording log, it is talking something about the encryption algorithm, right? SHA-256 is the encryption algorithm that the application was using at that time. And now that encryption algorithm is not supported by that LoadRunner version, it seems. Encryption algorithm was not supported by the LoadRunner version that I was using, that we are having license. By the LoadRunner version that we were having license, means we in the sense SAP Labs was having. SAP Labs was having one license for one LoadRunner version. That particular version is not supporting the encryption algorithm used by the application. That SAP, license, not supported by the LoadRunner version that SAP was using at that time. Understood, guys? Understood or no? Then they suggested to, then they, Actually, the latest version is also released, and they suggested to try with LoadRunner 2020. They, LR support team suggested that LR support team suggested to use latest version of LoadRunner. To use the latest version of LoadRunner. Okay, which is 2020 at that time, or 2000, not 2020, 2020 only. Yeah, we got pandemic or COVID in 2020, early 2020, right? When was that?
Yeah.
When was that? When did the world suffered with that pandemic?
2020 January.
2020 January start in the lockdown was in March, correct?
Yes.
March
No,
12.
2019.
Huh?
No,
19.
2020,
2020 March
2020 March
17.
lockdown.
2020 March only. I remember that because I was working for SAP at that time, and
March 26th.
and because of this pandemic, we lost that SAP life. SAP life was so excellent. The corporate life in SAP was so excellent. That is one of the best product companies that I worked for, because you will not have tighter deadlines like service-based companies. Work-life balance will be excellent, and that is the time at which I started trainings, online trainings. That's why I remember very well. Okay, at that time, we got a lot of free time because of pandemic and because of work from home. At that time, I started this, I started running 2 batches from that time only. Previously also I used to run, but when only 2 to 3 people only used to be there. I did not focus much at that time, but during that pandemic time when I was working from home, we focused on these online trainings, and we laid a strong foundation at that time. Okay, so and but unfortunately, we lost that SAP life actually, right? I think I told you, right? So SAP benefits are too much, excellent. That is one of the best product based companies that I had worked. Did we discuss that?
We discussed earlier.
Yes.
Earlier discussed చేసాం.
Free breakfast, free lunch, free dinner, right? Free
Like
evening
Google.
snacks.
Like Google.
Yeah. So and also work environment work culture is also very good actually. All the latest technologies, they used to use all the latest technologies, latest encryption algorithms, and and I learned Linux commands also only in that project. I mean, I worked previously also, but I worked extensively on Linux environment in SAP Labs when I was working for SAP Labs. Red Hat Enterprise Linux, I learned those commands, and I got complete grip on Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Okay, how to check in log files, Linux log files, how to read the last 100 lines or 500 lines from a log file. So that was, that was very good learning experience with SAP. And at the same time, you will not have much work pressure. At one side, you will be having a lot of learning experience. Other side, without any pressure, without much pressure. They used to give time. Suppose, I told that I don't have, I worked on Linux 5 years before. I don't have, touch with Linux commands. They said, okay, no problem. So you can explore it. You can learn it slowly. And I took 1 week, and I was well versed with the Linux commands at that time. Okay. Again, even if I want to work now, so if I brush up those commands for 1 day, that is enough. Again, I will be informed, right? So that is how it used to be. Like when I said, we are having some issues with LoadRunner, I was, happily I informed my on-site client, on-site lead, and he told that no problem. So that is common. It is expected. So you can, and they gave me SIID, and they asked, and I told that, I asked SIID, and he provided SIID to raise a support ticket. They gave enough time. They did not keep me on pressure. They did not push me into pressure, right? So that is, very few companies will have that work culture, right? That relaxed work culture. Otherwise, some companies, your managers will be feeling pressure, and they will put a lot of pressure on you in some companies, right? But yeah, now coming back to this, they confirmed that, it is a version issue, LoadRunner version issue. Why I'm explaining all this is one of the common interview question. What are the challenges that you faced, in your experience? What are the challenges that you faced in your experience? One of the common interview question. So you can tell this as an example. If you keep LoadRunner, both LoadRunner and JMeter in your project, you can tell this as an example. What are the challenges that you faced in your experience? Right. So if you face this question, you can divide into scripting challenges and test execution challenges. And you can say that we have to work on Linux, and you learned Linux commands. If you are good in Linux commands, basic commands at least, right? You can say that that is one of the test execution challenge, because you are supposed to work in Linux servers. You are supposed to execute the test on Linux servers. And what will you do if you don't know Linux commands? You have to explore it, right? You need to learn it, isn't it? So that is one challenge. And then performance issues. Okay, you can tell some performance issues that you came across, right? Now coming back to this JMeter issue, see again, their support team has confirmed that that is it is a version issue, not a script issue, that they confirmed it. Till that time, my local manager was behind me, right? He was trying to put pressure on me. He's saying that your script may not be correct, maybe your correlation is wrong, or you left some correlations, right? He was suspecting the scripts actually, but because he's from functional background, he's not from performance background, but he's from functional background. So even though I explained him that if it is not a script issue, he was not understanding. Okay, of course. So because he's having some, even though there is no pressure, he's putting pressure on me. That is a different story. Now, in meanwhile, what we did is, I went to JMeter and I did all the correlations and parameterizations. But here I was blocked with another issue, right? Script was failing intermittently. Sometimes it is passing, sometimes it is failing. And whenever it is failing, it is showing something about the cookies, right? Then I tried with, each cookie policy one by one, because, this is called as hit and trial, right? We don't know what is the solution, but we are doing hit and trial. We call this as hit and trial. Understood, guys? This is called as hit and trial. What is meant by hit and trial? We don't know the solution, but we are trying something randomly, right? And now when I selected Netscape as a cookie policy, all the 10 iterations passed. Finally, all the 10 iterations passed without any issue. Okay. Now we are, it came as a big relief, right? It came as a big relief. But again, in this 1-2 weeks time, actually it took, 2 weeks for this debugging with LoadRunner and, trying with different cookie policies, right? There may be some application changes also. We don't know whether it is because of application changes. You understood? There are some changes in the application side. Developers will be continuously changing, making some code changes or environment changes, etc. Now, how to, but we have to understand, we need to determine or conclude whether it is an application issue or it is a tool issue or it is a policy issue, cookie policy issue, right? Then again, what I did is I changed the cookie policy to standard again. You understood this? With Netscape, it is working fine. But in the meanwhile, when I am doing this hit and trial, right? Developers made some code changes. We don't know whether any code change, resulted in this, right? Then what I did is I again changed it to standard, and again I replayed the script. When I use standard, it is failing intermittently. But when I use Netscape, it was working absolutely fine. All the iterations are passing. Then we concluded that it is a cookie policy issue, right? That confirms that it is a cookie policy issue. Clear, guys? Now, then I searched, I did a Google search, again, what is the relation between this cookie policy and that intermittent cookie issue? Then somewhere I read a line saying that Netscape cookie policy is a bit flexible with respect to cookies. Somewhere in Stack Overflow or something, I found just one line which explaining this issue. At that time, because JMeter was not used so frequently in the performance testing projects in up to 2020. Clear, guys? And we don't have much discussion forums also at that time. All right. So this is in one of the challenge that I faced with JMeter and a recording issue. So in this project, I faced all kind of issues. I had faced recording issues with the LoadRunner. I had faced scripting issues with the JMeter, right? So when someone asks the challenges, right? recording challenges, you can tell the recording challenges also. You can tell it as, you can tell recording challenges also. For example, there is an application called box.com. Okay. Can you go to that application, box.com? You can't record the script also on this application. You cannot record a script also on this application with any tool, whether it is LoadRunner or JMeter. You can't record the script also on this application. I'll tell you the flow if you want, and I'll share my credentials because they are not allowing to right now. They are not allowing to sign up with sign up for free. You have to make some payment. But I am having one account which was created long back. Let me check the password. I don't remember whether I don't know whether I remember the password or not. Let me try. If your password is working, I will share my credentials. But you can't record this script also with LoadRunner or JMeter or any tool. Oh, I think I forgot credentials. Can you please try to sign up? Please try to sign up and sign up for a free account. I think it is not there. Previously, it was there. Oh, individuals and teams local. Yeah. Here, guys, here you have. Individual for individuals, it is free. Can you create an account with box.com by clicking on sign up and create an account for yourself and try to record a script? You will not be able to record, I'll give you the flow. What do you need to do? Okay. Business email antundi. First and last name is required. Okay. Business email address. Try to give Gmail. It will accept, I think. But I'll give admin@mgmittraining.com. This is a business email. Okay. Oh, email is already registered. Okay. Then shall we try with Gmail ID? MGMTrainingsolutions@gmail.com. Let me try. Maybe it is asking for business email, but let me try. Hey, one more thing, 8 or more characters in length, 2 or more numbers. There should be 2 or more numbers. Okay. This is the criteria for this. PA 55WR4 antar. Okay. Okay, now this worked. I was able to create an account. Let me save the password somewhere. I'll save it later. Okay. What is it saying? It has sent a confirmation email. You also please do it, guys. I'll tell you one wonderful, scripting challenge. Okay. Okay. Now, once you log in, right, create a script for this. Go to homepage of box.com, log into your account, and then click on new symbol, new plus ani, file upload, select file upload, and keep some image, save some image in your folder, somewhere in your folder, which is having, yeah, this image size is 191 KB. Let me upload that image, try to upload that image. See, manually it is uploading. When I'm trying manually, it is uploading and the image got uploaded. Agree? You see here, image was uploaded successfully. Do you see that here? Yes, are you with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So what is this box.com? And that is you can upload some files or images and store it here. Okay. That is a kind of file storage area. You understood? You can save up to 10 GB of files. Do you see that here? 10 GB is the limit for free account. So you can store, you can save up to 10 GB of files. So this is the use of this application. You can save more than 10 GB also you can save, but you have to upgrade the plan. That is a different story. Okay. We don't need that. Now try to now once you upload the file, just log out. Okay. Now try to record a script with JMeter with this flow. You keep one JPG file or image file, create an account first manually, log into your account. You create the script for these steps. Go to box.com and log into your account. Okay. Click new button on top right. And then select a small file to upload. Because if it is large file, it will take a lot of time. That is why select a small file. That's it. You can select a large file also. You can select a MP4 file also, but it will take a lot of time. So not worth it. So select a small file, some small image file. Okay. And upload. Once upload is done, log out. So will you try to record a script for this one with JMeter or LoadRunner? Anything is fine. Tool is fine. Okay. So create a LoadRunner or JMeter script, LR or JMeter script for this functionality. So you'll not be able to log in at all, first of all. Try it once. I don't know if they made any changes recently for below business flow. Try it once. If you are able to record it, fine. Otherwise, I will tell you what is the issue, why you are unable to record the script. I will explain if it is failing.
Pavan, you have already given this. This is a SP application. I checked in Google that time. So it is a single page application. It don't support to JMeter. It's saying that time.
Single page application won't be supported by JMeter.
Yes.
No such rule. Even if it is a single page application, JMeter should be able to record it. Login step and logout step. Right? There is nothing like that. No, moreover, this is not a single page application. Who told that it is a single page application? You have multiple pages over there, right? See, 1 second. Let me log in again. It's not a single page application. What is the meaning of a single page application? See, there are multiple tabs here. You have recent, you have notes tab, you have canvas, right? You have canvas, you have, integrations page. This is not a single page application. I don't know how you got to the conclusion.
Okay, let me check.
Okay. So, you will not be able to go beyond login step. Login avvadu. When you are recording the script, right? If I remember correctly, you will not be able to log in at all while recording the script only, but manually we will be able to do that if you are using a right password, right? So this is one of the scripting challenge that you can explain in the interview. Okay. So we'll stop it here for today. We'll continue tomorrow. So in this way, if they ask what are the challenges that you faced in your experience, you can mention some recording challenges, but you should have a proper explanation. You should be able to give proper explanation. And you can explain some scripting challenges. You can explain some text execution challenges, and you can explain some performance issues in your project. And how did you resolve that issue? Okay. So we'll stop it here and let me update the tracker sheet. So we had used this BlazeMeter converter to create script from DevTools to Har file and some scripting challenges, right? Okay, all right, then I'll stop it here, guys, for today.